Everybody loves you when you winning, G. Everybody loves you when you winning, G. Yeah. Yep, everybody does.
That's a fact.
I don't know how many bottles I bought. I don't know how many I helped with bills. I don't know how many people I bought clothes for, shoes for. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I don't got no kind of animosity. I don't walk with a grudge around. Hell nah, bro, because you're the only one that hurts whenever you do that shit. You know what I mean?
I put this on everything.
Party people.
I love this.
It's your boy
My
Mazi.
my clothes. I thought I told you this is my world, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, party people in the place to be. It's your boy Mazi. What's happening?
Back at it. Feels like we haven't stopped, man.
Dog.
That's how we do.
Keep going. Ain't that what Khaled said, right?
That's right.
Skrills.
What's happening?
Big chillin', man. Fast life, you know what I'm saying?
In the building, baby. In the building, yeah.
It's a fast life.
Yeah. It's
Dog.
good to be home. Good to be here.
Listen, you talk about a guy that had a hell of a run that took the streets over, bruh.
Absolutely.
Like, you couldn't open your social media without seeing this man's either his face, songs, videos, you know what I'm saying? Or just random posts of just Chief Ali in the... Oh, I just said the guess's name. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Ali's in the building.
My whole team is riders, they with me and ready to empty a clip. My clique is so heavy for moolah for bandos, we all in the kitchen, finesse straight brick, finessing the brick. If it ain't about money, you talking to why, you moving your lips. Cause even the loud coming bundles by when you ain't talking about shit, you ain't talking about shit, you ain't talking about shit.
I grew up broke as hell, right? Sharing shoes and that solo serve shopping. Who, if y'all don't know what solo serve
Oh,
is,
come on.
Yeah,
you know what
shout
I'm
out
saying?
Solo Serve, man.
You know, I don't take none of this shit for granted, dog.
Yeah.
Humility is everything, bro. Everybody loves you when you winning, G. I don't know how many bottles I bought. I don't know how many I helped with bills. I don't got no kind of animosity. I don't walk with a grudge around. Hell nah, bro, because you're the only one that hurts whenever you do that shit, you know what I mean?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Fast life shit, you know what I'm saying?
Me here. Yeah.
Come on, man. It's like as soon as you touch down, it was like, yeah, we got to talk to you.
Hell yeah.
Because you got a story to tell.
Yup. And I seen like everything y'all had going on, and I was like, I got to be on there, you know what I mean?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And you here.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
here now.
Absolutely.
That free air. Yeah.
So how you been, man?
Man, it's good, bro. It's good, you know. Just grinding out here, trying to reestablish myself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new people, a lot of new artists. A lot of San Antonio has grown immensely in every department, you know. So I'm just trying to let them know who I am, you know, for the ones that didn't know, and you know, trying to stay out them people's way.
For sure.
You know, trying to get my door kicked in again. So, you know,
Man. So where do we start with your story, man? Because, dog, like I said, it's for the people who do not know and didn't see the run, like, your run, it almost seemed like, I hate to say the word overnight, but it felt that way.
It did look, because I came out of like TDC, right? And for those that, so I don't know if y'all know like Hoodie G and Flatline Gang and all these
Red
other
Sox
guys.
and all them,
Red
right.
Sox. Okay, so when I came out of TDC, they already kind of had a little buzz where they were from and shit like that. So I kind of did a little track with them and shit. And we started, so before all TDC and all that, we had a song called Baker Man on the radio.
Okay.
And I was just like the money guy in the group, like, because I was out there on the streets doing all that shit. So I was just shoveling money towards the mixtapes. I didn't want to be in the middle. Hoodie, you're the marketable one. You do it, you know?
Yeah.
And when I left, you know, on TDC, and I got in my in shape shit, and I was like, so I came home and I'm like, no, I'm actually do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be the front guy this time. So I came out with a plan, and Toy was in the middle of, y'all don't know Toy was in the middle of opening Copa and doing all these fucking things. So he was bringing down artists down, and I just started headlining with the artists, you know, and going out and making a spectacle of it. Show up in foreigns and have fucking camera crews with you. So when he's bringing a headliner and I'm headlining with him, it just went hand in hand. Everybody's like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And it just, you know, they saw I can bring my own crowd, and promoters want to book me, and it really did kind of happen overnight though, on the cool.
Like I said, with your run, and then you linking up with TOS too for a second. Shout out to Vito.
Shout out Vito.
Taiwan. Dog.
Ronnie Mills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big movement.
Yeah.
That was a solid squad, man. I remember looking
That
back.
roster was crazy.
Yeah, looking back and just from a like kind of label perspective, like a roster, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a very well structured roster.
Yeah.
Like TOS was it at the time.
We had the formula, you know what I mean? And it was just fucked up how shit happened, but everything happens the way it's supposed to be to get you where you need to go, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For whatever reason, you know, I went down that path, and Vito's doing good with the coaching thing and shit like that. But yes, at that time, like everything was smooth. We had a good little team going. But I mean, when I left and I was gone, like I'm proud of like a lot of things the city did. That shit. R.I.P. Yonzo. I thought he was a fucking amazing. You know what I mean?
R.I.P. Yonzo for
man.
sure.
Like I thought he was. We talked to similar people, so we was in. Like, let me get a track from him when I come home and shit like that. So I was. It hurt to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's some fucked up shit. But,
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, for sure, man. Then what was the single? The street banger, All I Know?
All I know.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, Street Money. Street Money was mine. Hey, so funny shit with that is like, okay, so All I Know, that one's, a little friendly video. So we did Survive and we did Street Money, and we had them done. And we were supposed to go on tour with fucking World Star, right? So World Star came down before spring break. They were with Kyle. And we took them to Rick's, and we showed them. They came down, like, big ass tour bus they got. We showed them a good time, and they were like, "Hey, we need you to drop visuals because we were gonna go back out on tour." Yeah. So before spring break, and I was worried because I'm on parole, and I got, I'm gonna drop Survive, and I'm like stirring the Pyrex, pulling out the microwave. We blurred the microwave and the Pyrex and all that shit, but still, like, what the fuck is my PO gonna say?
Right.
So I was hesitant. So I dropped Survive first just to test the waters because Street Money, I put a pistol. And that inevitably led them to raid my house. They were gonna hit me earlier, but inevitably, made them come early.
Right.
But yeah, Survive, man. Like I did not want to piss them people off, and it did it. It did it. Shit, Street Money did it especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember that was like, I mean, the streets talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember when the feds did, get you, that was the talk. They were like, dog, it was because of the music video.
Yeah. Nah, they were gonna come anyway. So like, when I read the paperwork, you know what I'm saying, they said that they had 3 CIs, 3 extremely credible CIs that have given us information before, let us know that he was running a narcotic enterprise, and that's how Fast Life got started. So so when they came in, right, they told me exactly the cops verbatim. He said, we were gonna let you go on your little tour, but you had to drop Street Money and put the pistol on the seat and wave your dick in our face. That's exactly what he told me. So they made him. They ended up raiding me, and so somebody had left my house and they got pulled over with something.
Yeah.
And just to like confirm, so they didn't come in on some empty shit. He told them, go ahead, he's holding. And they came and got me that Friday. I was supposed to leave like the next Friday. It was April Fool's. So I was like, April Fool's, right? I'm fucking with April Fool's, yeah. That's when they came in right after I dropped Street Money.
Damn.
Yup.
And then you went away for 7 years, man.
7 years. 7 years.
Wow.
And the pandemic changed the world, and I just watched it from inside the box. Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
So as you said, 84 months, right?
84 months.
And I remember seeing when you dropped the first video, I think that So Cinematic shot for you.
Shout out Soul.
And that was kind of like the premise was 84 months, bro.
Yeah.
So if you could just kind of give me some insight or give us some insight, man. You say you watched the world pass by, bro.
Yeah.
You
So
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
you're sitting inside your cell and you get a TV. So you get a TV shot. Like I'm in the cell, and I was lucky enough to look through my window and be able to have, because there's TVs all spread out. And then you get out on the block and you can sit down and watch TV. Well, so first when I go in the system, it wasn't too bad. I had, 17 points. So they sent me to Bastrop below. And they put a management variable on you. First case, you get shot off. So I was there for like a year, and then they shot me off to Pollock. Pollock is medium custody, Louisiana. Whole different ballgame. Nothing like that, and they call it the slaughterhouse for a reason, because COs done got popped there. It's crazy over there, you know what I mean? So when I went to Pollock is when the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, like everything shut down in that bitch. No COs were around, no nothing was around. They were straight treating us like prisoners. You're a number in that bitch, and they talk to you like a number. And no commissary, none of that shit, man. That's how I came. I was telling him I came home skinny than a motherfucker, bro. Like peanut butter, bologna, alternating. And when they first started the pandemic, so we're getting big ass Johnny Sacks. We're getting 2 sandwiches, chips, bag of broccoli, cauliflower, 2 cookies. And then as we're watching on the news that food shortages and all this shit's going on.
Damn near the world's crashing.
The world's crashing. The shelves are getting empty. Our bags getting smaller and smaller. Right? So we're flipping out now because this is all we're surviving now. So we're yelling at them, start running commissary. We're not going to run commissary. We're at a shortage. We're at this, that. We don't have staff because we don't want nobody to get sick. They do eventually run $20 stores and shit, but it takes a while. It takes a long time for them to do that. And meanwhile, we're watching, I was telling them, we're watching people leaving the stretchers. We're watching it through our window, and they're not saying nothing. Not saying nothing to us. And my line of communication, because they're not letting us use the phone, is my girl's writing me. So She's like, what the fuck is going on in there? We're calling. We're trying to figure out what's going on with you. They're telling them, oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're running store. So whenever she's telling them, no, this is, because she's reading my letters. Well, how do you know this is going on? And they stop answering her phone calls. So she's on that the Facebook group of wives and girlfriends of prisoners and TDC inmates and all that shit.
Yeah.
So she has all them blowing up Polak trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Yeah. So it was, man, you'd have to see it to believe it, fam. But watching the whole world go by, we didn't know if they were gonna come in there and shoot us all because martial law and all that shit. Like you're in there. You're not. You're a second-rate citizen. You're not a person really. They say you got rights, bro, but they don't treat you.
It's
they
bullshit.
Don't. Yeah, hell nah. They try to get you to pop off. They'll go in there. One time they shook our cell down, and they broke all our commissary open. They mixed our toothbrushes together, just extra shit. Just like literally, like they went in there, bust our suits, bust our shit, tap dance all on our shit, trying to get us to
Get
so they could put us in the box. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, they would do that shit constantly. When we're already not seeing our family, not seeing our kids, not having contact visits, not using the phone, not eating. So we're already in this state of mind, like fuck it, but they're still pushing and pushing and pushing. A lot of laws, there are some good ones, shout out to the good ones, bro. But,
shout out to the good ones.
Yeah, but majority of it, dog, majority of those, man, a lot of them are pieces of shit. It's like they should make them go through like psych evals. I feel like every law should be locked up. They should put them in a cell for like 2 days.
And
just
see,
2 days. Just experience it.
Just experience it, for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, just experience it, dog. Don't have no phone, no nothing, 2 days. You know what I mean? Eat 3 hots, go through a normal day. Because if they were just, a little empathy goes a long way, fam. And none of them, like, it's bad. Like, I don't know if they're bullied or whatever the fuck, but.
That goes for police, too. I think a lot of them that get into the law force, I think were bullied at a young age or an age where it was kind of traumatizing for them. Mm-hmm. So that when they get into the law enforcement, they have that power because they have that badge.
Yep.
So, the power's in their hands and they can treat people how they were treated when they were younger. And it's almost like, oh, it felt good, to kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it shouldn't be that way. Just, you know what I mean? And I think, like you said, I do think that people before, like as a part of the law enforcement sign up part of the process, they do need a psych eval.
Yeah.
To see how people's how their mental stability and their health is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And before they get into that.
So an often counter to what you're saying is like, I'm sure the CEO applies too, but being a police officer is like a high risk job, right? Yeah. And every day, whether they're a good cop or bad cop, you got people looking to like, kill them in some, in some cases, you know what I mean? So what's your perspective or like you said, empathy, right?
Yeah.
Are you able to empathize with their,
Yeah, absolutely. You're walking up to a stranger's vehicle, you don't know what the fuck he's got going on, you know what I mean? So I understand completely. So like, I don't, like even when I see the videos where dudes are acting crazy with the cop, I don't really like, I know my rights and all that. Being where I'm from and how I look, I don't see it like you should, why even put yourself in that situation? Just how they are, what they got to go through and all that shit. Just yes sir, no sir. Here's my license. Yeah, no problem. You know what I mean? Always talk to them respectfully. That's why I look at it because if you poke the bear, I mean you can't be mad. Now, granted, yes, they shouldn't act that way, but I'm not gonna put myself in the position so I can be like, damn, they acted that way towards me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I understand completely of what they got to go through. Yeah, it's crazy shit, especially in how we live. Society's the climate right now. Bro.
The lines, man. Before it was always blurry, but now you can't even really see them because like I imagine that like cops are in today's day and age. They're just kind of like, bro, I don't know what's what. Before I knew what a bad guy looked like. Yeah. Right, it was pretty clear and obvious, and now it's like, bro, I can't even do my job. And then from the other perspective, like you get a normal citizen who's like scared as fuck. Yeah. When maybe they weren't before. Right. But because cops ramped it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because society made them that way or whatever. Yeah. It's just a rough fucking situation.
Hell yeah. Man. They can't racial profile. They can't profile at all. And then it's kind of like okay, like me. If I saw me walking down the street, I'd be like, motherfucker's a criminal, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, real shit. Like, if I was a cop, I'd look at me and I'd think criminal. And they're not allowed just to go approach me. They do. They do a lot of times anyway, but they're not supposed to or whatever. Right. But, like, it's just really a crazy-ass conversation to get into. We can keep going down that world. But yeah, bro, like, I just, on the cool, just after what I've been through and what I've experienced, it just put a really bad taste in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I've came across good ones too. Like the ones that transported me after my house got raided, he was cool as shit. He took a box of merch and was like, oh man, when I found out I was transporting you, bro, I wanted to be the one that, you know what I'm saying? You all right with me, bro? I'm like, how you gonna be a cop with a Pyrex on your shirt? You know what I mean? Yeah, dog. And he took a whole box of fucking merch and shit. He told me one of the people that told on me, like low key, yeah.
Oh,
he was like,
shit.
I'm gonna let you know, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that law, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know a person that looks like this, and this? I said, yeah, that's my dog, actually. And he's like, oh man, he's the one that told the people that, that you were just holding right. That's why we came to your house right now. That's what he told me, yeah. So he shout out him, but so there's some good ones. The ones that are in my crib, they fucking robbed me.
Yeah, tell that story real quick.
Okay, so yeah,
man.
they come in the house and you know, the warrant's waiting to be signed. They're waiting for the call for the warrant, right?
Right.
And I'm trying not to get the person that's there in trouble neither. So I'm like, everything is mine. Everything is mine. I'll cop to everything being mine, but this person can't be involved in it. You know what I mean? Everything is okay. We'll take them off the warrant. Boom, I sign, right? So they can go ahead. Because when they come in, they see the work. The work was in a UPS box. You know, there was some Doty out. There was some shit out. It was already there. It was going to happen. So I'm like, just what chips do I have right now? What can I win? You know what I mean? So boom, they start taking everything. And literally before asset forfeiture shows up, which is IRS, they come seize you for drug, bought merchandise or clothes or whatever, everything, shoes, jewelry.
Right.
So they take shoes. They take jewelry off me. They take shoes. They try out my shoes, say Christmas came early. Yeah, they were filling up. I don't know where they were taking the shit from because I'm sitting on the couch handcuffed, you know what I mean? But when they took me out, later on, I seen the 2 asset forfeiture trucks full of retros, and they took the blanket off my bed to tie down the truck, like to cover it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, they're brutal, dog. So, yeah, rope came in first. You get civilly sued by the city of San Antonio. Asset forfeiture comes and takes your shit, and then you got to win it back. Win it back, proving that I bought this with legal money. Here's my receipts, right? So when you don't have that, they get to keep it on. They do it they sell it at police auctions. Well, when I get the asset forfeiture receipt, nothing's on there. Half of the jewelry's on there. Half of the shoes are on there. A lot of things, household shit, paintings.
A lot of shit fell off the truck.
Yeah, a lot of shit fell off the truck, bro. And the money. So when I see the money that they're claiming, right? They claim a certain amount of money, and a cop, you get served like by a police officer, by a sheriff, right? So I'm in prison at this time. I'm in jail getting ready to get sentenced, and I come down and I sign in and I laugh, and the cop's like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, look at the amount. It's not this amount and $153. It's not some random number, right? It's this amount even. You don't think that's funny? He's like, how much did you have? And I told him I had 33,000 more than what this is claiming. Oh, who raided you? And I tell him who on the task force did it, right? And I'm not trying to implicate nobody.
No, for sure, no.
So I tell him who did it. He starts laughing. He goes, "Oh, that group that hit you, they're all fucking crooked." Like there's no common knowledge. Yeah, bro. He tells me straight up like that, right in front. We're all in the middle of like the intake area downtown because they call me down.
That's so crazy how, and not to cut you off, but that's so crazy how like even and within that circle, they're like, "Oh yeah, they the crooked one."
They got clicks in there too, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely, bro. Yeah, definitely.
like so like. They get together and they know what time it is and who to hit and all that shit, bro.
Man.
That's crazy.
So because like before I got sent to federal hold, I'm in county, right? So they're gonna switch me over to Whack and HUD. It was Geo.
Okay.
It's now torn down. They turned it down and shit. But back then, so I know a lot of, I went to high school. There's sheriffs that are now jailers, like to get extra hours and shit. So they'll be jailers or whatever. Oh shit, I know you're so and so. So they know me, right? So they'll ask me what happened or. Every other shift, and when I went to high school with, they're straight up tell me, "Oh man, they're pieces of shit." So you got your good ones, and you got your ones that are gonna follow this. Like, nah, I'm not gonna be, I'm gonna fly straight. And then you got the one that play both sides. That to me is horrible when you play both sides.
Both sides, right?
Yeah, when you're abusing that power, dog. Because then we have we know what we're doing is wrong, but like any man in any occupation, whatever the fuck you do, you gotta follow some kind of compass, some kind of moral, ethical,
have some kind of code,
some kind of code, man. And when you don't, and you play both sides, exactly, you fucking, bro, you piece of shit. Like ain't no way around it. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. They know which ones they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like common knowledge who they don't fuck with, and they kind of just keep their cliques and shit like that. I mean, that's what's told to me by them. So I went to the feds, gone 7 years. Treated like, man, bro, we was in there like fighting for food, fighting for hygiene, fighting for phone calls, fighting for just respect, bro. We couldn't see the counselors. We couldn't because they don't want to fuck with us because of COVID. So we're trying to put in, hey, what's up with this? What's up with this? Can we, just get our line class dropped?
Right.
Get so you can get shipped. Can we do this? They wouldn't talk to us for months. They're not talking back to nobody, moving anybody, doing anything. And I was like, so when I got there, I got the case. They said I got 23 points. They messed up all my points. And when they finally fixed, I ended up staying there because I don't want to move no more, right? By the time it was time for me to leave and I got halfway house, I had 11 points. So I should have been at a camp or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a security like issue. Like they should have pulled me immediately when my points dropped, pulled me out of population and shit me because I'm around, you know, people that are doing crazy shit, right? So, but when they told me, I was already at the end of my bid, and I was like, hell no, I'm gonna finish here. So I had to sign a paper saying I'm good, leave me where I'm at. But the fact is, like, they knew this for a long time. They didn't come approach me and tell me because nobody was really doing their jobs and nobody was really following through with shit at that time. It was just, it was crazy over there, bro. It really was, man. A lot of people lost their motherfucking minds in there, bro. Like, damn. Yeah, bro.
Well, you were telling me before we started that, you know, that some of the inmates in there that were telling you like, yo, be sure to share our story. Like, don't forget about us, man. Like, and because I mean, the story you were telling off air, like, this could be a movie, bro.
Yeah, bro. Well, you know, because a lot of guys in there, a lot of guys get caught up in these like these ghost dope charges. I don't know if y'all know what ghost dope is, right? So ghost dope is like, say you got two people, right? And one person buys dope off this person, right? And there's somebody else involved. They never meet this person, right? Well, this person gets popped. These other two people never get caught with dope. As long as this person is willing to say that I bought X amount of dope off these two people, and he never met the third guy, I bought this much dope, they're gonna charge those two other people with all the dope that this person never caught him with dope. As long as this person is willing to sign and go and testify, go to trial and say them two did it, they don't never got to catch nobody with dope. I know people that got 25 got kingpin charges.
What?
Never got, not an ounce of dope, bro. Not a denomination of money got kingpin charges. Wow. That's the way.
It was just hearsay shit.
Just hearsay shit. Just one. The person that, which makes no fucking sense to me because you got his feet to the fire. He's the one in trouble. He's gonna say anything to get his. You know, not everybody will, but motherfuckers like that, they're gonna say whatever they can to get themselves out of trouble.
Yeah. Right.
So why even? You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, Fed's got like a 90% conviction rate, and if you go to trial and you lose because you see that big number of how they win, you're gonna get a 40. So that's why they railroad people into signing on these 20, 24, 15 year, you know what I'm saying? Never getting caught with no dope. And then, yeah, dog, it's and meanwhile, this dude goes to a camp or low, gets like 3 years, goes home. He like got caught with the actual dope.
Right, and like nothing ever happened. Like, wow.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, wow, bro. That's some real shit. And so a lot of them dudes is like, man, you got to go out there, you got to tell them what the fuck it is. Because not only are we in here doing all this time, never got caught with no dope.
Yeah.
They're fucking treating us like this. They're, you know, malnourishing us. Like in the camps, the shit y'all see like on Orange Is the New Black, those are camps. That is no locked doors. That's where like white collar crimes go to and shit like that. When like you climb the point system or you're young or you've had prior convictions, you've been to TDC, you get points, and feds convict you on your points. There's like, that's why everybody's like, don't waste your time at a free world attorney. Get a fucking court appointed when you go to the feds because they're going to go off your points and that's what you're going to get. You know what I mean? That's it. Point blank, period. Shit ain't like that, especially during the pandemic and after. Now I hear they're opening the doors now. They're going to wreck a little bit. Yeah. But bro, I didn't see light till I came home. The last 2 years of my bid, we only got light when they would shake us down. When they'd kick us down so they hit all the houses looking for cell phones and everything like that. That's the only time we got the wreck yard.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Free the guys, man. You know?
Free the guys,
man. Yeah, bro.
Free the guys.
A sex offender will get less time than a nonviolent drug offender.
Man, don't get me started with that.
And that's some real shit, bro.
Don't get me started with that because
and they treat that and they walk. So in Lowe's, like in state prison, they don't ever put them in population with us. Fuck all that.
Absolutely.
It's smash on sight.
Right.
Feds, right? They have hate crimes. And they'll add 5 years to your sentence. So in Lowe's and camps, some camps, right? They got pedophiles, right? But they call themselves computer crimes, right? So they're not hands-on pedophiles.
Gotcha.
But they're still
Still,
a fucker, right? So we're not allowed to touch them or we'll get a hate crime. So there's ways around that though. But when you get in, you go to introduction and you're on a yard where, because like I told you, I started off at Bastrop before they shipped me to Polar, right? They say, don't touch my walking cameras. And they're talking about the pedophiles because those dudes run and tell
everybody,
everything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. And meanwhile, the dude's doing like fucking 8 years. And my homie gets caught with nothing. And he's got like 15. Yeah, 15. This dude's got like thousands of files of horrible shit on his computer. Yeah, bro. And he's not. Yeah, that's a whole other thing I never understand.
Yeah, and that's a whole justice system conversation that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, we can go on for hours about that
dog,
shit.
What?
One of my biggest fears, man, besides heights, because I'm fucking dumbass for afraid of heights, bro.
You ain't got wings, bro. I don't blame you. Metaphorically.
But one of my biggest fears, man, is waste of time.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that waste of time in the sense of not by my hand.
Yeah.
Right?
It's horrible.
Right.
Yeah.
So like in your perspective, man, to be in the position you were in, man, like what kept you right? Like what kept your mental right?
Facts.
I'll never forget the first tray that got slid in front of me because I was eating like steak and sushi and drinking champagne, and then they slid that tray in front of me, and that's when it was like, what the fuck?
It hit
know
you,
what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a rap, and I knew it. Like, I knew it was a rap because I'm on fucking parole, and the feds are here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm finna hit. I'm gonna run with it. You know, it is what it is. Like everything that I went through during, like, after sentencing and during sentencing with, like, my personal life, bruh, like, even though homies out because they raided us and they put us in the shoe, my whole unit was in the shoe, right? Because cell phones, a whole bunch of shit, right? So we're all back there, and they're like, dog, I don't even know how you're walking upright. I don't even know they were telling me like that. Because we released Tim Duncan on the radio, like, I was on the phone talking to 98.5, and Kyle was in the studio, or like, Tim Duncan released. So later on that night, I remember them telling me that, how the fuck you even stand up right now? I'm like, shit, bro, like, you're in that environment, you know what I mean? And I had been to state prison, TDC, before. So, but this was like, I was younger then. Who gives a damn? You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I was just riding. This, I lost a lot, substantially. And I watched it all just crumble, you know? I had to take a look at myself, fam. Like, who I was as a person. Why did I get myself in this position? Because ultimately, even if a person told on me, I let that person around me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was leading a life to be told on. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to reflect and look at myself and all the ignorant shit I was doing and how I was acting. And I read, like, everything, bro. Everything by Robert Greene, enlightened myself, worked out nonstop, 2, 3 times a day, you know what I mean? And that's how I did it. I would always like, shit, I'm going to use this as school. You know, it's like college, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really how I did it, bro, because time is something you can't buy. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't ever get back. You can't, you know what I'm saying? When you're rich as shit, I'm sure they ask the dude the billionaire on his deathbed isn't going to say, I wish I had more money. He's going to say, I wish I had more time.
More
you know what I'm
time.
saying? Yeah,
Right.
dog, that's something you can never get back. So, yeah, bro. Yeah. Real shit, though.
That's
but
real shit, man.
Yeah, bro, but I mean, I read, I worked out. I had some, shout out my celly, man. So, shout out Roro, shout out Arispe, man. Good people, dog. Like,
What's happening?
Man, hey, bro. When shit hit the fan, bro, we had shit, plenty of times shit was going to pop. We was fucking 5 against 100, you know?
Right.
This road. So, yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, it's good to have good people around you, you know, and my girl, wifey. She what?
Listen, shout out. So if you wanted to get into how y'all met, because that's an interesting story in itself, man.
So we met on Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out Instagram.
Look, shout out Instagram.
Yeah. So I had my people started up an IG for me in UNCUT because Fez shot down my Facebook and my IG, and they got it back open. So the homies, she DM'd me, and the homie DM'd her back and gave her my info. She hit me on the FaceTime, and you know, we just were cool. Like, we was just chopping it up, and then she was like, well, if you need anything, holla at me, and you know what I mean? Like, so we just were really cool pen pals, you know? Really good person. She had just gone through a divorce. She'd been broken up for a while, and the divorce was getting finalized.
Gotcha.
She was just doing her thing, you know what I mean? And I just needed somebody to, you know, because I wasn't looking for nothing. Because I was, like, in the beginning of a relationship, I told her I was going to come home and act wild, you know? Fuck all this, I'm act wild. And yeah, that didn't happen. Nah, it's just, you know, when somebody shows you something like she showed me, man, like, solid. Never missed a commissary date. Never miss a phone call.
That's
Never,
hard.
not a phone call, G. Not a nothing.
That's dope.
Yeah, bro. And always made me feel like she blew them people up when they would leave us locked down.
Yeah.
She would come down here and bitch at them if they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, like road. And that's amazing when you don't have a voice, dog, when they take your voice from you. You don't got no legs in the world. Nobody can move like the way you're going to move, and it's frustrating. So when you have somebody out there that you know is always going to be there, and for a fact, like, because you don't find that. That's a rarity, dog.
Facts.
The world we live in, dog, and how everything's superficial on social media and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's fucking, what is it, like, their attention span is
Right.
it's gone, right? Their idea of a long-term relationship is like 3 months.
Right, fact.
Yeah, like, so
That's
to
real.
find a unicorn or like that in this, the way it is, the way society is, dog, you got to hold on to that shit, man. And she showed me some real shit. So, and then I told her, man, I'm gonna marry you. So we got married. We got married through the system. So I ain't supposed to be saying shit, but I'm gonna say we got married, right? And it made shit easier on the paperwork.
For sure.
And we had to find a loophole. We had to do it through Alabama. Like, she's just smart as shit.
Yeah.
So she found a way to do it. And my people was like, how the fuck you get married? Because you can't. In state, you can. In the feds, you can't do it.
Yeah.
And she found a way for us. So now we finna do it. Like, I got to do it the
Officially.
right way.
The right
I gotta
way.
do it the right way, bro. That's
sure.
why I proposed to her, gave her a ring, and I got to do it the right way. G.
Hell
she,
yeah.
She deserves it. You know what I mean? Yep.
Shout out wifey, man.
Shout out wifey.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
So Instagram, dog, yeah, the DMs. She thought I was gonna be some super hoe and shit. Like she thought, man, I did not expect this from you. She thought I was gonna get on the phone and be like, hey, what's up, little mama? I'm gonna do all that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, but I mean, even just knowing you as a person, it, like, even when you were Chief Ali at the height, you know what I'm saying? You were just super cool and approachable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't imagine you just flipping the switch like that.
Can't
like,
do it, dog. Man, I grew up broke. As hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing. Like we were decent for a little bit, but like shit went downhill real quick when I was young, and it was gutter, dog. Like we had to rob the pizza man to eat. Like they had to black flag my neighborhood. Like they wouldn't deliver. No, because we'd like break into vacant houses and order to a vacant house and then pull the pizza man in, take all this shit, jump fences. So it was bad growing up, evicted from the house. So like all that to say, none of this shit is promised. You know what I'm saying? I remember having one pair of Jabots and sharing shoes and shit like that. Solo serve shopping. Who, if y'all don't know what solo serve is,
come on. Yeah.
You know
Shout out Solo Serve, man.
I remember all that shit. So, I don't take none of this shit for granted, dog. Humility is everything, bro. It's everything. You know what I mean? I can't stand a motherfucker that act like, come on, bro. Like, that shit ain't nothing.
Nah,
but
man.
You saying you lost a lot, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, man, it kind of, like you said, it worked in your favor because you're here because you had to go through what you went through. But with the life that you have now, man, you were mentioning something about like you got offered some kind of show or something like that, like Life After Lockup or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, so when I got Halfway House, when I found out I got Halfway House, she sent me, she forwarded, because you got True Links in there, you get little emails. She forwards me the email from the producers of Love After Lockup. Yeah, so
that's wild.
Yeah,
no shit. Oh,
yeah,
man.
bro. So I didn't want to. I ultimately decided not to do it because they wanted to film some real personal shit. I was telling them they wanted to do like the audio from when you having sex in the car, and that really wasn't why. I ain't tripping on that. You know what I mean? I'm put it down. Shout out to wifey. But
let her know.
But like the image control and like they make people look real fucking crazy on that shit, and I don't know, dog. I was like, you know what? Nah, I had been gone a while, and I had gone through a lot, so I went through a lot. That I was, when I got locked up, I had to go back to San Antonio. I left Louisiana and came back because somebody wrote and they found my name in the drug ledger and they wanted me to corroborate what he said, and I didn't want to, so they left me there. They were threatening people around me to charge. It was just crazy, bro. So all that to say, like, a lot of shit was crazy when I went back to the yard. Everybody wants to re-see everything about you, paperwork, right? Because shit happens, right?
Right.
So when I came back, you got haters everywhere, right? So
absolutely.
A motherfucker will say something, oh, he went back because he was gone too long, right? With no paperwork, right? So everybody that came off the bus from any yard that was going to my unit, I'm ready to see him. I want to catch paper. We ain't talking no more. If you were from that place where they had my name in their mouth, then you got to cash that check, So
facts.
All that to say, I had shot it, like I told you, my cellies, they roll with me because they read my paperwork, they know what's good. And there was a point where we were gonna fight fucking everybody, right? And once everybody found out everything was good, of course I made one and shit.
Right.
But all that to say, on top of no kids, no commissary, not seeing your girl, being treated like that, and then having to do all this, nerve-wracking because of who I am in the world and who my image is, and be like, I held my nuts for a game that ultimately is bullshit for everything. The whole life that is bullshit. It's like, damn, dog, it's like an identity crisis. Like, damn, I stood by this fucking game. I've been hustling since I was a kid. And for y'all to say that I did this shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was like just all this turmoil in my life, right? And I didn't want to go straight on TV for Love After Lockup, right?
Gotcha.
I just wasn't ready, bro. Like I turned into like an antisocial person.
Gotcha.
Being on camera, like talking to people. I noticed when I first came home, I couldn't even when I'm like conversating with a person, my palms are sweating. I can't even make proper eye contact. Like I'm just nervous as shit. It was weird, dog. I had super high social anxiety. So I told her, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be like this super weirdo when I first come home. And I don't want to be straight on TV,
Yeah.
And she respected it. She was like, nah, it's totally up to you. I just want to let you know they reached out, That whole fucking thing when I came back was, I had to like literally shoot my paperwork to one of the speakers in a different unit, right? Because I'm catching word that these motherfuckers are finna jump on me. Well, when people in my unit find out, they're like, fuck all that. Like, we know he's A1. Y'all ain't even seen his shit. Y'all are in a different yard. You know what I'm saying? So I had ran over there and I fuck that. I'm falling out of place. I'm catching the case. I'm falling out of place. And this is during where we're not supposed to mix with people because of COVID,
Right.
Man, I go straight up to the unit, front door, bow, 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 in the unit. I slid my shit under the door. I'm like, read that shit on me. I go hard, you know what I mean? I'm starting to cap. Keep my fucking name out your mouth. Well, they shoot word back, hey, he's good. Hey, whoever's starting this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm good, he knows I'm good, but you don't know if they know I'm good.
Right.
And you don't know if they call some kind of different word. So going to walk into chow, walking to whatever, like, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm in there working out like a fucking crazy person, ready, locks. And man, bro, it was just, but ultimately, all that shit carved me out of wood, fam. Like, and, everything worked out the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it would. You just got to hold your nuts, bro. I don't understand that checking in shit. A lot of people that are clean and they're just scared they're going to get dropped, they go check in. And that makes you look horrible.
Right.
So never would you ever PC up or none of that shit, right? Even if the shit popped before they read my shit, right? Even if it popped, I would have still faded it. 10, 15 dudes. I don't care. I'm not folding. I'm not, because it's what I stand by. You know what I mean? That wasn't good. And they tripped, dog. They tripped when they were like, man, this motherfucking did it. It's just a slaughterhouse we're talking about. You know what I mean? They're gonna not hold back. But yeah, no, everything worked out the way it's supposed to, and I knew it would, you know what I mean? I just really at that point, dog, like after everything I'd been through, I'd be damned if you take this from me. This is my word. This is what I got left. This is what I got.
This is all you got.
This is all I got left. The feds took everything else, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna take my motherfucking word. Dog. So yeah, this is why, it's another thing. She was printing out paperwork left and right, and she got the Pacer account. Pacer's where you can see everybody's shit. If y'all don't know, good on Pacer. Get on Pacer where you can look up anybody. She printed out everything, make sure everybody got everything. From the attorney, everything, right? Make sure she'd be like, I'd be damned if they got their name in your mouth like that. You know what I'm saying? Your name in their mouth like that. And so that's another reason I love her. She don't,
come on, man.
Like,
she held you down, man.
bro. Like she felt it if I felt it type shit. You know what I'm saying? And when I came home, I was like, man, I was straight. I was like, no, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. And then I exit and I hit the Whataburger before I hit the halfway house, and she don't tell me that everybody's finna be there. Like, everybody was there. They got like 25 of the homies there, and I was straight weirded out. Like, I didn't even want to and then they're all, gee, what's up? All hyped to see me because they're normal. I'm not normal, you know what I mean? I just went through, like, I felt like World War, like real shit. Like I had PTSD or some shit. Like World War III, just came out the box. I'm pale as shit. Ain't seen light. Ain't been eating right. None of that shit. Yeah. They give me Whataburger, and I'm like, none of y'all are gonna eat, and they're like, nah, we already ate. And I'm like, so they're all watching me eat, and I'm like, feel like that's fucking
that's weird,
right? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I take like 2 bites of the burger, and I just whisper to her, I'm like, nah, let's go. Like I ain't. So I tell them, all right, appreciate y'all and all that shit, but at that moment I knew. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to take this shit in baby steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna.
It's almost like starting over for real.
Yeah, pretty much, dog. The pandemic really made that shit worse. I mean, I'm sure y'all fucking went through it, dog. Like, I'm sure y'all
not
did,
like
bro.
that, though, man.
But not like how you went through, but I mean, the world did stop. It was crazy because at the time, at my former job, I was working from home. So I was kind of like, I'm at the crib, but there was a couple of times where I would drive out on the freeway and the roads were dead.
That was wild.
It was almost like the end of the world. You know what I mean? Like the free, like 16. Like, can you imagine driving on 35 at 5 o'clock and there's no traffic?
It's like apocalypse shit. Dog. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I can't imagine. I mean, what we went through was just like, yo, we at the crib.
It was more. It was inconvenience.
It was more inconvenience and everything versus what you went through. That's
survival for y'all.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot of trauma for real.
Yeah, a lot of people was losing their fucking heads in there, bro. It was because you never leave. You never left the cell for months on end, months. Be out for a week and then pop off because somebody fighting over the phones because we finally came out. Another month out for 18 days, lockdown. You know what I mean? Like, it was just lockdown. And everybody was straight weird, dog. And the SEALs would be like, what's wrong with y'all? Why are y'all so high strung?
What you mean?
Fuck you mean? Yeah, dog. Like, for real, bro. We were like toe to toe with them over everything, over razors, soap. Just regular shit. And this is state soap. We're not talking about like Dove or Irish, right? Just fucking the state soap, dog. Yeah. And they were being tight with that shit. They'd come in, they'd sneak in on hygiene days, they'd sneak in and they wouldn't say nothing. They'll just turn on the lights like 5:30 in the morning. Everybody dead asleep. And if you don't, the rule is if you don't have your light on, then they're gonna pass you up. They're not gonna give you your hygiene. So they'll roll by real quick without saying nothing. And then somebody will wake up and be like, everybody wake up there for hygiene. You know I already passed your cell. And it's like, bro, you don't even pay for this shit, fam. Right. He just wants soap, G. He ain't asking you for your fucking Social Security. Like, he's like, yeah, you know what I mean? He just wants soap and a razor, dog. So when he wouldn't do that, all of us would rile up. You know what I mean? We'd all buck up for the next one. They'd have to call captain down there. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Because we got to throw water under the cells. We got to react that way. Why y'all acting like animals? Because y'all fucking treat us like
animals.
Yeah,
exactly.
man. What else do you expect from us, dog? He just wants soap to wash his ass. man, dog, it's hard for it not to put a bad taste in your mouth, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, dog, there were some that were real fucking cool that they would work nights and they'd come and
Take
they'd
care
pop,
of y'all.
yeah, they pop the door and be like, man, we're sorry, dog. That's some whole ass shit. We'll make sure you get this. We'll make sure you They'll give us the extra sandwiches. Other laws would look at us, look at all of us. When there's extra food, wake everybody up, laugh, and then throw them in a trash can in front of us. Yeah, laughing, doing shit like that.
Damn,
like, yeah,
man.
dog, people straight. Motherfucker eating their fingernails, bro. This shit's it's bad, dog. Locked up
Shit,
abroad, I'm
man.
telling y'all. Locked up abroad happening in the United States.
Man.
But I'm home now, dog. And
Yeah, man. Let's turn the page, man, because it's getting kind of somber, man. Straight up, man. Because I mean, and we're happy to have you home. You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
you. Yeah, it's good to be home, man. Yeah,
For sure. And I see you're back on the music.
yeah. Back on.
You know what I mean? So I guess real quick. So as you were sitting in there, I'm sure you was sharpening your pen, huh?
Yeah, definitely, dog. And there's some there is some monsters in there, bro. Of course, you know, dudes can sing their ass off and do all
Yeah.
that shit. So yeah, that's what we do. You know, when we are able to interact with each other, you know.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
writing, write a lot of poetry, write, you know, a lot of songs and shit. So
Yeah.
trying to get back on that recording process and meet. There's a shitload of new artists in the city, so I'm trying to network with them and trying to see what's up with them. But definitely, I've been recording with Vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Word.
recording
Shout
with
out to
Vision.
Vision.
What up, Vision?
Vito's over there. He goes over there with me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And yeah, we're about 5 songs in. I have a lot of like hooks, no verses, verse, no hook. And it's just trying to balance the family life with because I gotta make my PO happy. I was telling him I gotta work, I gotta keep the 9 to 5. Even though because I do get royalties, I get every 3 months, every quarter I get royalty checks. And I was trying to show her, look, I got the LLC for the merch, and I got all this going on. It's hard for me to work 8 to 12 hours every day and do all this. And she's like, I was like, I know we argued at first. They sent me back actually for 27 days when I was in the halfway house because me and her were bumping heads.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the halfway house caught me tattooing, and that's just a whole nother thing. But so anyway, she was like, look, kicking or screaming, you're finna do it my way. Whether you believe, because it's not in your stipulations, like, but she's making it because she says, and I understand her logic that like me staying employed will keep me structured, no idle time, and I get that, but it's so much time taken away that it's hard for me to.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm finding the balance now, and she's lightened up a little bit, you know. So 2023, baby, shake off all that weird shit, and it's time to grind. You
Yes,
know?
sir.
Yeah, it's time to grind. It's time to grind.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what the project looking like so far, man?
Pain and pressure and pain, something like that. And we about 5 in. We're dropping. Inside of the Kitchen is the next visual. First day out, Inside of the Kitchen. Bro, like I'm probably gonna do like 13 because the expectation, you know what I'm saying, is like,
Listen.
you know what I'm saying, it's heavy, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because to Mazi's point, like he said, man, you know, obviously you were at the top of your game.
Yeah.
And if all things, you know, hadn't happened or whatever, man, like obviously you're a different person if it doesn't. But
yeah.
in that same respect, you know, in that same perspective, though, you could possibly be like at a label right now.
Yeah. So I was
Right.
telling him when
Right.
before, you know, the cameras got clicked on, we was chopping it up. And when I went in the bass drop, I was forwarded an email from Juice, you know, the one shot Street Money and All I Know, right? He's
Yeah.
my videographer. So he forwards me an email from Universal. Yeah, dog. Wow. Yeah, from Universal. And they was telling me that, oh, we love what you do with Street Money. We'd like to set up a meeting. And so I had to write back that email saying, oh, I regret to inform that I'm currently incarcerated in federal prison. And then they wrote back and they were like, sorry to hear that. If you manage to stay relevant, then we could talk when you come home.
Again.
Yeah, but they didn't realize I was gonna be gone 7 years and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Damn.
yeah, it was like right there. And then right before I got hit, I was in talks with I forgot what his name actually is. He was running the Alamo aluminum recycling, San Antonio aluminum recycling plant, and he had that King's Electronics when the hoverboards first came out.
Right.
So we had a little meeting with them. He wanted to invest like 6 figures, and I was talking to a lot of different people but I just wanted to look. I just wanted distribution. I was trying to retain everything.
Stay independent.
Yeah,
but just
stay
get
independent.
distribution.
Just get
And a
distribution.
quick side question, I mean, at the height of what you were doing, were you actively looking for like the legit kind of outing?
Yeah, absolutely. I was on the way out. I was, Doty was like, that was really where I was trying to leave the yay alone, like ease up off of it and go more towards the loud, because while it's still what it is, it was, it's a lighter sentence, you know?
Right.
And so I was leaving that alone, and then eventually just going to stop fucking with loud, period. But, they came and they got me. I was trying to legitimize everything, and
Sure.
Yep, definitely.
And that was one of the people, that person, that King's Electronics was, He was looking to invest in you. Going legit.
You're going legit in the music. Yeah,
Right.
yep. Keys to the Escalade, 500 grand. Yeah, everything. Yeah,
Damn.
and I turned it down, bro. Like, yeah, right there. We was in a meeting right there, and I turned it down because I wanted I was like, well, shit, if he's offering this, and I own everything to loyalty before royalty, I was like, nah, we can do better. I was feeling myself, and then they were like, man, if you drop these videos, and I was like, man, fuck if they come, dog. We'll get a lawyer, we'll bond out. Not realizing everything that comes with the feds. There's no bond unless you fold, and they run off a point system. There's no fucking way you're getting out.
Yeah.
So I was in there thinking I was just
He was
like,
untouchable,
yeah,
huh?
ignorant as fuck. Like I told you, you know what I'm saying? I should have been operating on another level, and I was just feeling myself way too much, bro. But yeah, that shit, whoop, 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 knocked me down real quick, you know?
Damn.
Show me what it was, yeah. But like I said, had I signed that, or had I gotten the deal with Universal earlier, a lot of people that were around me that would have won off of that, and I would have got hit. They were gonna hit me anyway. I would have got hit, and I wasn't supposed to win with those people around me. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah. So y'all know who y'all are, P, Juice. You know what I'm saying? The ones that stayed around, Vito and all y'all, man. They're real ass people, dog. All the other ones, fam. Whoosh, you know what I'm saying? They
Gone,
bro, gone.
With the win.
Everybody loves you when you winning, G. Everybody loves you when you winning, G. Yeah. Yep, everybody does.
That's a
dog.
fact.
I don't know how many bottles I bought. I don't know how many I helped with bills. I don't know how many people I bought clothes for, shoes for. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I was like, I don't got no kind of animosity. I don't walk with a grudge around. Hell nah, bro, because you're the only one that hurts whenever you do that shit. You know what I mean? I appreciate for the experience that I gained in every relationship I had.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dog, because it's experience. There are no mistakes. It's only, it's a mistake if you don't pull any knowledge from it and shit. And I learned a lot from everybody, dog. So there's no bad blood or none of that shit. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yep.
Look at Chief Ali, the growth, man.
Hey, man. And I'm a big fan of the videos you drop, man, because you drop jewels like on the daily.
Yes.
And I think the last one I saw more recently, man, was just you like, being prideful in the fact that you're not where you were once, as far as like financially and all that, but you're probably the happiest that you've ever been right now on your way back up from the bottom when you got knocked the fuck down. Yeah. And you're building yourself back up. You're like the happiest.
Yeah, fam. I just, because you could be happy in prison, dog. I realize that happiness is our perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of that shit is based off, if you got to purchase shit to make you happy, you're empty, really. You know what I'm saying? So you got to realize how to be happy with yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't be alone, can't be by themselves for fucking 5 minutes, and they wouldn't last at all in there. And you really, when you're locked up, you got to look at everything about yourself. Good, bad, ugly. You can't bullshit yourself. You know what the fuck it is. So like, I realized, over this little things, man. Time, like I told you, time, right? And the time I miss my kids growing up. My son's 6'3", 15 years old, dog. I didn't get to see one basketball game. Like, I didn't get to go to no daddy-daughter dance with my kids. And me and them were like, you know what I'm saying? So when I left, they went through it a little bit financially, and then they shook it off, and they're doing great now. You know what I'm saying? But like, when he would tell me, like, I would have been fine with Walmart shoes and all that shit, like, it really hit me like, fuck, like, I was over here because I told you, I grew
you grew up certain ways, so you didn't want your kids to go through that. I feel you 1,000%.
Yeah, and then I started doing that same thing, like, oh, babe, I can't tea party with you because I got to go to the studio, or I can't do this because I got to go to the studio. And she tells me that now. She remembers a little tea party where I couldn't be at, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And I think back at that shit, and I was like, man, that just would have made her happy. So it's like the little things, bro, like, all that, I'm done trying to keep up with an image of society, or because that's all conditioning and shit. That shit ain't real. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's real is the people in your household, people that love you, the people that don't give a fuck. As long as you're there,
as long as you're there,
they just want you there.
They just want you there and spend time. Whether it's watching TV or you know what I mean.
Whatever
as long as you're next to you, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I don't give a damn how many carats I got on my chain. I don't give a damn about none of this shit. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a designer slut just like the rest of them, dog. I love it, but like, this shit don't matter. Don't make me, don't break me, dog.
It's a fact, man.
It don't make,
Look at Chief Ali, man.
Yep.
Well said, man.
Well said. A lot of gems dropped on this episode,
Absolutely, man.
So,
and just back to the music, Mazi, like you were saying, man, I'm excited.
I think the streets just in general are happy to see you home, and they're waiting to hear what you got to say,
bro.
Man.
And like I told you, like the expectation of it. So I guess I'm being my own worst critic. I'm like, no, I can do better. Or everybody's like, nah, well, look, people do it like the punching in shit, right? So you lay 4 so you can emphasize more. And I'm like, nah, I like one takes. you hear the breathing, the cracks. It's more natural.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, you just do. I'm like, nah, I want, you know what I mean. So we go back and forth on ideas, but. You know, I saw I record 2 different versions, and we'll hear like that, and then like some of the auto tune I'm not a fan of, you know, too much of it, and even though everybody's going that way, Soul is another guy. He's completely against the shit. He's
He's a hip hop purist, bro.
Yeah,
you know
bro,
what I'm saying?
You're not the voice for auto tune, and I understand that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, so right now while we're working, I'm just trying to get the best because I know like.
It's like riding a bike, man.
And you know, on the cool, since I've been gone for so long, the trends, the lingo changed.
I was about to say, you are smart. You're a smart businessman, so it's smart to do what is good. You know what I'm saying? What sounds good or whatever the trend is. You know what I'm saying?
You got to stay true to yourself while evolving and staying up to date. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to adapt to what all this new, you know, because the language has even changed dramatically in 7 years in hip hop. I'm still saying shit they were saying in 15. And I'm always like, bro, what the fuck? The album will drop this year, and the video should drop within, let's see, probably at the end of this month. We're gonna probably try to end for the end of this month, dog.
Right on time for spring.
Yeah,
huh?
inside of the kitchen, and I'm gonna keep doing, you know, keep dropping them gems on social media. Working out. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Please, we need all that, man. Please, and stay out of trouble, dog. We need you out here.
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm done, fam. They win. I tap. I tap, bro. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not great at this shit. I keep getting hit. You know what I mean? I'm good at counting it, fam. But I guess the motherfucker, dog.
No, I mean, I think like you said, man. As long as you're staying busy, because idle time is a dangerous spot to be in.
Is it?
Yeah. So if you just stay focused. Which I know you are. You got, you know what I mean? You've always been, you're a smart guy. And when it comes to anything you want to get done, you get it done.
It's going to get done as long as you got that mindset.
Come on, man.
That's it, bro. All you got to do is say you're going to get it done. And ain't nobody, you got to get it done, bro. That's it, dog. Nobody can want it for you, fam. You have to have tunnel vision.
Yes.
You got to eat, sleep, breathe that shit. You got to picture that shit when you wake up, picture it before you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be something that you desperately want, and you got to know it, and you can't let nobody fucking say no otherwise. You know what I mean? You can't listen to no background noise and none of that shit. And I've always tried to keep that mindset when it comes to everything. Once I have what I'm going to do, 100 miles an hour, I'm running at the shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of hard work, bro. We getting it in, man. I appreciate y'all having me here, bro.
Come on, man.
I'm loving what y'all doing over here at Davies, Mazi's World, baby. This shit is live, man.
I appreciate you. But thank you
absolutely,
for coming
bro.
on here and not only, you know, sharing your story, because I think everybody needs to hear, but like, we thank you for sure for everything that you contributed to, you know, music and everything. And we're looking forward to see what you got coming up, man, for sure.
I appreciate that, man.
Come on. And real quick, I meant to ask you, but we got caught up. You being gone so long.
Yeah.
And like you said, man, you caught up and you knew Yonzo and the South Side's movie. What did you see in the city, you know, from your perspective as far as the music scene?
So Juice would always keep me informed about what's going on. And just like through homies, through certain friends, I knew of Yonzo, right? So I knew like one of his best partners, right? And they would play his shit for me, you know what I mean? Hey, this is going on, this is going on. And Yonzo's shit was like that's what I hear like it should evolve to, like, because we ain't had no sound really, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, San Antonio, that's the thing. We don't have no sound. We don't have, like, you know, Dallas has their sound, Houston has their sound.
Right.
Austin, I mean, they're all over the place too. But San Antonio, it was like I used to hear people would always be like, we try to mimic other sounds, like Houston or and Yonzo didn't sound like none of that shit. And he had bars and his wordplay was live and he had his own slang and shit. And man, he lived the shit. His realness, his genuineness when it came to it, and it came across in his music, bro. So, you know, I was like, man, you got to let this camp know I'm gonna need to work with him. And he was like, yeah, I'll line it, I'll set it up. And then I hear he got hit, bro. So shit, we lost a good one with Yonzo, fam. But him, I like when I came home, I like what Izzy 93 is doing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I like what he's doing. I'm proud of AJ. Activist Gang, because you know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing his thing, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle's always doing his thing, bro.
The OG.
Yeah, the OG, bro.
For sure.
And Live Ola, dog. Check it out.
Come on, man.
Man, look, Live, bro. Me and Live, so Live went to prison when I was young, right? And we never got, so whenever he came home, I go.
Right.
And he reached out, dog, on some real shit. And because, you know, there was, because I fuck with Sosa, dog. I fuck with Sosa. We go back, right?
What up,
Cocked
Sosa?
and Locked and all them.
Yeah.
Right? So he was like, man, they low key told me if I wanted to call their home, I was more than welcome to, right? And I was like, let me just find with the squad. Let me see what's going on. I just was in the halfway house.
Yeah.
And Live hits me and he's like, hey, don't know, like this, you ain't gotta come this way. This ain't for like you owe me nothing. I just want to let you know, dog, that he just reached out. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I think if a piece of the puzzle's missing is you. You know what I'm saying? He gave me that whole speech and shit, and he told me, I don't want nothing from you. Let me link you with a distributor, my distributor. You know what I mean? And he did, dog. Real shit. No nothing. I don't know you nothing. And for that, man, and I always bounce ideas off him. Yeah. Live got a mind on him, dog. Live Ola got a brain on him for real. And we didn't chop it. Man, we was chopping it up. For like, I first met him like 4 hours. G, we was just chopping it up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he was showing me the penthouse in Houston on FaceTime. He's like, G, it's yours. It's here for the taking, fam, you know? Yeah. And I just really appreciate he didn't owe me. He didn't know me from a hole in the wall, fam. And he reached out like that. So I got a lot of respect for Live.
Shout out Live,
and
man.
his hustle like a motherfucker too,
oh, come on, man. What?
That's another thing, man. San Antonio, period, dog. I came home, it was like mini LA. Like the shit grew, like buildings changed, everything's changed, lingo, style. You know, all the, you know, what y'all got going on here, like with the Crew Fresh thing, with like all these designers, fashion coming out of here. Shit is like amazing, bro. Fucking, man, I don't want to leave nobody out, you know, for the artists. There's like so many fucking artists and producers that I fuck with G on the beat, and man, shit, bro, like there's just so many fucking. I haven't seen Amari yet. I don't know what happened to him. He's still
in the mix.
He's still in the mix.
He's still in the mix.
I haven't seen him yet. Yeah. But yeah, bro, always the TOS family. But definitely, who's that other cat? Southside Hoodlum. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I ain't heard too much of his music, but I know what's going on with him because I know fellow people and shit, and just a hustle, period, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I respect the man over anything. I ain't never been no solid. I love to see people winning, bro, because
for sure.
If that person wins, that means it opens another door for somebody.
Absolutely.
So I don't
Come on, man. Talk that talk.
And I don't understand that crab in a bucket mentality because, right, what's good for the goose is good for the gander all the time, dog.
Come on.
Yeah, bro. And that hate shit gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere. It gets you nowhere, bro. And it makes your music worse. It makes your whole everything worse when you're always worried about what the next person's doing, dog. If you were positive thinking, congratulating, you would network more. People would open their circle to you. Like, so. But yeah, dog, like him, fucking, like I said, Izzy and all them, man, they doing beautiful things, dog. Sure, he got signed, didn't he? Got picked up or something like that, I heard.
So I know, I think he got a distribution deal.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where it's at, man.
And he's, I mean, he's been dropping videos.
Yeah.
But from his perspective now, like he's about to turn it up again.
Yeah.
Because he used to drop like videos like every week.
Every 2 weeks. It felt like every 2 weeks. Like remember the old Wayne run? The Wayne mixtape run? That's honestly what it's feeling like right now.
Oh, that's live, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had time like that. What? Man, to just devote to the craft. You know what I'm saying, dog? For real, dog. Like I really do wish I had time. That's live, fam. I really hope they do it, dog, because the city deserves so much more than it gets, bro. There's so much more fucking talent.
Absolutely.
Between, right, the graffiti artists and the music and the culture down here.
I know we always say like I feel like the creatives in general.
Yes.
It's at an all-time high right now.
Yes, it is, bro. It's like any moment, dog. Like that flood is just gonna spill over. Is that wall's breaking, dog?
Oh, yeah, man.
I think this year is finna be it. Whether whoever does, I mean, he got distribution already, you know.
Right.
And own your music, shit. I hope he owns all this shit.
Come
bro.
on, man.
I hope he does, bro.
Key.
That's key, bro. All your music. Try to buy your beats exclusively if you don't own them. Get a good royalty split with your producer. You know what I'm saying? But that's major, and I mean, don't get owned by no label. Don't be no slave, bro. Yeah, that's major.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Ali, man.
Fast life.
You know what I'm saying? So,
baby.
This is a great. Like I said, thank you for coming on,
Absolutely,
bro. If they want to get a hold of you, where can they find you at, man?
Man, you can hit me at Chief Ali Fast Life on Instagram. TikTok is at Chief Ali Fast Life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit me up. I'm only on the TikTok and the IG right now. I got a Facebook and shit, but that's for the ones close to me.
Yeah,
you know
for sure. I feel you.
Yeah. But I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Come on,
Beautiful
man.
thing here.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Skrills, where can I find you at, bro?
Hey, man, right here doing what I does, bro. I never leave pretty much this office. So.
And you can find me at Mazi's World Official on IG, Twitch, and all that, man. And like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all next week, man.
Yo.
Your boy. Peace.
Maserati.
So focused, I just need some meaning to my name. Plus I'm cheating with these codes. If you thinking it's a game, that's real talk.